everyone out there. This is AJ from Late Night Productions coming back with another episode of The Stick of Truth. This week we are going to find out who the bard is and see if we can get the stick back. Stay. 1 second, folks. We might have actually one of my co-hosts show up later because he's doing stuff right now. Sorry, this is gonna take a minute. I want to say, as I did in the first episode, if there anything listed in the description is not your cup of tea, feel free to turn off the video. Nothing will be held against you. Now we can get started. There we go. Let's continue where we left off. I don't remember who I have as my battle buddy.
There it is. The Inn of the Giggling Donkey. Paladin, are you sure the bard is hiding out in there?
That's what Twitter says.
Carrier Raven, Butters!
Sorry, that's what the Carrier Raven says.
Craig and Token, guard the back door. Butters, Kenny, Sir Douchebag, let's go inside. Stay close, Sir Douchebag. The Inn of the Giggling Donkey harbors the scum of Alzaron. A glass of meadle wine, please. No meadle wine today, only fairy ale. A pint of fairy ale, then. So, has, anyone seen the bard lately?
Ooh.
A cup of fairy ale isn't much if not accompanied by some bardic poems and songs. Sure, he's here, all right. He's got a room down in the cellar. Ah, and I shall pay handsomely for his services. Sir Douchebag? Butters, Douchebag, go down and flush him out. Princess Kenny and I will be waiting here to murder him. Remember, the bard can use songs to enchant. Don't let him get to you.
One second, folks. That's better. Yeah, back to the game. Sorry about that. I had to do something real quick.
You think the bard's really down here?
Oh, I know he's down here. Up.
I think I hear him. Hello? Oh, Jesus, it's the bard!
Hi, Jimmy.
Prepare for battle, weaklings. Elves, fall in. Douchebag! It's a trap!
It's a
You
trap.
should have never come here, humans. I am a level 10 bard. And with my lute, I shall power up my elven guards with magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment.
I don't mean
magical songs of enchantment.
This is so funny.
Magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. With magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow.
You're not waiting on me, are you? I have to go to the bathroom. Feel the righteous fury. I'm rubber, you're glue.
Have a nice lance that she set up on. The maiden from Stoneberry who is also your mom.
Well.
I'm out.
Oh.
That was close.
Ah.
There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow. Wow, what a butt kicking.
You gave it your best shot, and that's all Jesus asks of you.
Get down there and finish them off. I will
One
protect
second,
the
folks.
stick of truth.
1 second, folks. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Ashtar. Welcome to the stream.
Sorry I'm late.
It's all right. We just got started. How do I share my screen? Where is it? Oh, where's the game? Discord, why do you make things difficult? Hold on. Tab again. Give me the screen I actually want, please. Why is it not showing the... Oh, wait. That's applications, not screens.
Fun with screen share, everybody.
Uh-huh.
So that I can be a little more up to date on what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Instead of watching it on a
Slight
buffer.
delay.
Because
All right. Sorry you have to deal with this, but it should change to the game once, you know. You
that's fine.
Can you see the game?
Yep.
All right. We just met the Bard,
All right.
who is one of my favorite characters of all time, I swear to God. Anyway.
I'm just going to be here for mostly game tips. I'm going to be a little, well, not a little, distinctly less jokey because of how touchy things can get sometimes.
It doesn't mean you won't be cracking jokes every now and again, but they're going to be few and far between.
Yes, and I especially will be keeping quiet on especially touchy subjects.
Mm-hmm.
For most of this game, I will just be that voice in your head saying, hey, here's a strategy you can do that might work.
Or trying to be the conscience. So I don't go completely murder crazy. Anyway, shall we continue?
Go ahead.
Look at all the precious loot.
Most of which is only useful later.
Well, a lot of it's just trash right now.
Well, a lot of the stuff like the action figures, the cars, you know, the stuff that has money value but you can't use, is stuff you can sell to people or give to people for that money worth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes,
I remember how to do this.
and one of the main jokes of South Park as a series,
Fart
butt
jokes.
jokes. No, just butt jokes in general.
Hey, Sir Douchebag, up here.
Hi, Craig.
Craig is quite deadpan at times.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sir Douchebag, up here.
I should mention that a lot of the humor is reminiscent of slapstick.
Yeah.
Hey, Sir Douchebag, up here.
Slapstick is a lot tamer, mostly because it's from an older era where they were a lot more afraid about audience not liking things.
Yeah, I know.
Also, there's a candle.
I
Hey,
know.
Sir
I know
Douchebag,
there's a
up
way
here.
to do this without actually having to fight them. I just don't remember how to do it. You know what I mean?
I do know there's a bug in this area, but I think you've already passed at the point of where
Sir Douchebag, up here.
the bug happens.
I'll handle this.
Let's see.
Ow.
I don't know why I just found that funny.
Ow, my ankle. I think it might be broken.
Maybe I should take a look at it.
Yeah, once I can get over there. Wait till they're closer together. Come on. Well, it gets rid of two of them at least. There's still that guy, which he looks like he won't fight me. Okay, you're not fighting me. Okay.
Ah, fuck me.
Oh, the language.
Your word is the command, my lord.
Again, it's to be expected.
No. What? Buddy.
Yes, sir. Walk it out, buddy.
Tap, tap.
Thank you,
tap.
noble paladin. My wound is healed. Can you get us upstairs? I think they locked us out.
Nothing a level 12 thief can't take care of. You guys go ahead. Come on, let's get out of here.
For now,
Hmm?
for now, a lot of the humor is going to
For
be
the
mostly
outside!
that.
Someone help!
That came from the kitchen.
I don't know how to describe it. I'd say it as a
Come on,
vulgar
the witch is
slapstick,
in the kitchen. We gotta help him.
but slapstick was vulgar for the time, so
Bitch. Die, wizard.
Lucky shot!
ruder slapstick.
Bitch.
The stick is ours!
Remember, if you hit first, you get
I
first
hope you guys
attack.
don't get angry and
Yep.
that I have to smite you.
One shot.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
I chose
They-
the mage class, by
Your
the
word
way.
is the command, my lord. Shall
Mage
I
is
heal the
pretty
king,
good.
my lord? Or maybe let him suffer just a little bit more?
every class has its own sort of specialty with the abilities,
Your word is the
and
command,
I'd say probably some of the stronger ones are the mage, and as much as I don't want to say the word in the sense of not a person, the Jew.
All right, should we go ahead and heal Cartman?
Is it worth it?
Well, it's kind of needed to progress the game.
Fine.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
This is gonna cause a lot more problems than it's going to solve, though.
Too strong. The bard. He's up in one of
It's
the
funny how
rooms.
he uses ketchup for blood.
I mean, they have to work with what they have.
Take her upstairs. I'm sure they're gonna rape
Also,
her.
keep in mind that Cartman, no matter if it's the games or the actual show, is always a massive douchebag.
Yeah.
That is
The
his
wizard king
character.
is done for. Take out the new kid while I go upstairs and make contact with the kid.
If anybody finds Cartman, well, if anybody doesn't like Cartman or finds his character
Offensive?
not offensive, but sort of the word I'm looking for is not in my head right now. Unbearable. Can't really do much about that. That's just how he was written. He is meant to be the character the guy you hate. He
We
is
should do
meant
this
to be
in a really
the
mean
person
online
you put
review
your
after
anger
we're done
toward.
killing everybody. Hello? Use your magic on the front door, douchebag.
No.
Hey, open
And again, a lot of the ways that these people are written in very cliche or stereotypical ways.
Somebody get open the door, you guys.
Butters is the impassive kid with parents who are
End of the line.
one,
fucker.
helicopter parents, and two, not afraid to go to the old ways of punishment.
KKK!
We kind of
Come on,
broke the
quick.
door.
Yeah, whoever's house this is will be happy. I'm guessing this is
You're
Cartman's
going
house.
down.
If it's not Cartman's house, then it's probably one of the other three's houses. It's not Kenny's house, I can tell you that much.
Prepare to die, new kid.
Because Kenny's house is a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
No prisoner.
So it's either Stan's house or Kyle's house. And I don't think this is Kyle's house, so it's probably Stan's house. He's probably not going to be happy about that.
Please don't ice me, homie.
So people probably notice timing events. This isn't the only game with them, but it definitely helps to figure out timing for everything.
Honestly, I prefer the combat system of the second game, the Fractured Butthole, but, you know, that's just me.
That combat system is
Come on,
based
new kid.
on
Let's show them what we can do.
the early XCOM system.
Feel that righteous fury.
Although, I do know a few other games use it, where it's sort of a grid, and depending on exactly where you are in that grid, you can do different things.
Ah, I was gonna on that one.
It's one of those things of... There's a name for it, but it just escapes me.
I have enough mana to do that. Nope. I cannot get any more this turn.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Stop it!
Wait, he just drank cauliflower. Think about it for a second.
That might have just been a weird. That might have just been weirdness. I think he was supposed to be
This
like
help is
biting
gonna
off the
fuck
head or
you up.
something, but he did the
Oh,
drinking.
this is gonna hurt. Do I have a revive? Please tell me I have a Yes, I
I don't
do.
think you. Okay.
Yeah, that guy hits hard. Got it.
He has a lot of health.
This sucks.
Justice be done. They got me.
Butters!
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Come on!
Yeah, right. Summons in this game are not taken seriously at all.
Lock and load.
Jesus! Way too overpowered, but still.
Well, that's the thing, is that all the summons can't be done in boss fights.
Where's the king?
He's over there. He's hurt bad.
I think the
Good thing my
exact reason that
medicine skills are +4.
Jesus
We'll
gives
revive the
is
wizard. You
because
guys
they're big
get
and scary.
upstairs.
I should also mention that a lot of religion is not taken seriously at all. And if that is
Sorry to
offensive,
say,
then
this
I
is
am
just
sorry,
unique.
but they take the piss out of both Judaism and Christianity. And they attempted to do so by showing an actual picture of, like showing Muhammad
We
creepy
gotta
on
get
him.
to the princess!
But that episode got fucking pulled.
No, it wasn't. Oh, this is Jimmy's house. The episode I don't think was actually pulled, but the episode that came right after it had to be censored, or something like that.
It would. What ended up
Wait a minute,
happening
listen.
was
They're raping the
it was a
princess right
two-parter
now. We have to
episode.
bust in there.
The first part alluded to,
He's giving
the
a
holy
prisoner.
figure coming to the town to celebrate the opening of, I think it was a new mosque or something. Something along those lines. And then in the second episode, which is the one that was heavily censored, they showed an actual, I think, picture or something of him. And they ended up having to censor it because they weren't too happy about that, so they never actually show him physically. They just imply he's there.
Good thing Jimmy's parents are out of town.
No, if I actually read about this. What happened was they actually got literal death threats from a radical group, and that's why they had to censor it.
That's sort of the idea of what I was saying, though, is that they censored it because of various reasons.
Yeah.
That being the main one. But again, they originally were going to show a picture, and then they got all the threats, and then they're like, it's not worth it. Mostly it's just taking the piss out of Judaism and Christianity.
Hey, I'm level 5.
Nice.
Look at Butters. He's just like, yeah, I'm here. Why not? Oh, I don't have. Oh, I can't upgrade that yet.
Keep in mind, abilities active, perks passive, magic is, well, you know exactly what magic do.
I only need one more friend and get a perk. Nice.
Princess Kenny, how badly did they rape you?
I can't get through. The door appears to be enchanted, so I can't turn the knob.
We also apologize for that.
You can't hold the doorknob, Bard. That's cheating. Yeah, I can. I have the stick of truth, which means I control the universe, and I say holding the doorknob is okay. Ah, can he do that?
He has a stick of truth. He can do what he wants.
Damn it!
Again, use of
There's got to be another way into
the
this
R
room.
word like it is absolutely nothing.
Hey, let us up! You're not getting up here. The ladder's up here with me, and I'm sure as shit not
I
coming down
should
there.
mention that a lot of words that are considered racy, touchy, etc. Fair game.
Yeah.
We apologize for the fact that it is fair game, but at the same time, this is South Park. It has been known to do
Oh, jeez.
Well,
terrible
looky what we got here.
terrible
I'm hungry,
things.
baby. Oh yeah.
in the name
Those
of
are some
humor.
Big old biddies. Man, oh man.
This game,
Good job,
like,
Princess
like I
Gone
said at the
Wild.
top of the
Double
show,
D buddy powers.
Case in point.
this,
A lot of this is actually based off of a good amount of the show, which I did watch in
Dumbass,
earlier
we're waiting for you
teenage
to go up
years
the ladder.
because that kind of slapstick.
and like I said at the top of the show, if this is not your cup of tea or anything listed in the description is not your cup of tea, feel free to click off the video. I will not be mad.
Yeah, we will not mind. We completely understand if you find any of this offensive, disgusting, or anything of the sort, and don't want to watch this. South Park is notorious for having a lot of people complain about it.
Yeah, one second.
And for quite a while, that was mostly just regulated to people who watched the station it was on. Now there's the games, which bring back a lot of the older jokes and references to actual episodes. And,
I win without even trying.
Yeah, a lot of what this game does and the second game does in the overworld is that it shows you what your abilities are, and then it asks you, hey, do you remember what everything that these can do? And then gives you puzzles where if you use them right and remember everything that they can do, you can avoid having to do annoying combat and still get the same amount of XP for it anyway. But instead of actually fighting, you just did it via puzzle.
Which I don't mind so much, you know?
It's a great idea of just instead of fighting an enemy, you can just puzzle your way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You've nowhere to run, Bard. Give me the stick of truth. Take it from me if you can.
Now,
Wizard
granted,
King.
there's
Step
good ways to
forward
do this
now
and there's
and
bad ways
fulfill
to
your
do this.
And fulfill
This
your
game
de-
does it in a pretty
Step
good way
forward now and
where
fulfill your de-
if you know the puzzle, you
Step forward now
don't
and
have to do the
fulfill your
fight.
de-
Mm-hmm.
your de-
Other times,
Oh, Jimmy.
Step forward now and fulfill your de- your de-
other times games do it wrong.
Step forward now and fulfill your de-
Should we skip ahead, or should we just let him until he figures out
The entire joke
forward
of
now
what
and
is going on
fulfill
right
your
now is
de-
since that he has a stutter and is considered quote unquote lame.
Step forward now and fulfill your
I'm not
de-
sure if he's supposed to have some sort of like specified mental
Step forward now and
We can
fulfill
look
your
it up
de-
later.
your de-
I think it's supposed to be something specified like
Step forward now and
easy.
fulfill your destiny.
There you
You're
go.
no match for a grand
Something.
wizard.
But the
stick
entire
belongs
joke
to
of
us,
that was
and I
since
shall
he has
use
a
every
stutter,
bardic
he has
power
a
in my
very
class
hard
to keep
time
it from
getting
you.
out words.
Ah, you want to throw
Yeah.
down, bro?
This
Kick
is
his ass,
something
douchebag.
that the show
Who's douchebag?
constantly does
That's
as well,
Sir
where he
Douchebag to
just
you, and
spends
he's about
like
to teach you some manners, bud.
about 2 minutes trying to get out the right sort of word at times.
Set him up, knock him down.
So it's it's not a good joke, but it's a joke they do. In fact, it's not a joke at all. It's just a thing
Pops
they
on your
do.
nuts. Sleep now, the whippoorwills are dancing. Gently now, put your
Well-
mind to rest. Set him up and knock him down. This will be my greatest performance.
Oh, I could block those! Oh, ew.
Yep.
I kill myself this time.
A lot of the references used for the things based upon whatnot. Based upon a lot of the joke. It's like in the background you can just see one ring, which is most likely
Oh, yeah?
thing.
I may have lit him on fire.
Yep.
Princess Peony.
That's smart. Hot, 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 hot.
And keep in mind one of the other jokes of the entire series that Kenny there, for those who haven't
Oh, yeah?
watched South Park or don't know much about South Park. Kenny's there's entire joke is to be the butt monkey of the episode usually, and die. And then magically be alive the next episode again. At
You know
one
more
point,
recent seasons they've
Close
actually
your
changed
eyes, no more
that?
thinking about
No, I didn't.
troubles.
at one
Now
point
with
during the old seasons,
Jesus.
they actually address
you are
why this is a
dead.
thing.
Wow, what a
For
trick.
those who even wanted to really know why it was a thing.
In one episode, they kind of explained it, but I don't know if it was actually canon that his mom and dad were part of a cult, and that's why he can never die.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Is that all you got?
There is a
This will be my
Halloween
greatest
episode that, or Halloween movie episode. I'm not entirely sure if it's a movie or if it's an episode where they get I think they get stuck in like in like another dimension. It's like a 2-part or 3-part episode that starts with them trick-or-treating. And which, when somebody asks what Kenny's power is that he can't die, and then he's like, "Don't you get it?" Like starts explaining, and then gets hit by a car, and you know they say, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny," and then later on in the first episode, like near the end, he pops up in like his orange parka and whatnot, and it's as if nothing ever happened. Like, where's your costume?
Wine shagging? You want to?
And in the next episode, at some point, he's back in the costume. They get stuck in the other dimension because I think Cartman. Because of course it was Cartman. And
Gross.
yep.
Anyway.
You wine shagging.
And Kenny purposely throws himself off the cliff, and then you see him wake up in his bed as if nothing ever happened.
Oh, he was Mysterion at the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're actually talking about the same episode, kind of, or different parts of the same episode.
I don't recall there ever being a cult mentioned in that episode.
You want a piece of me?
I do know in one episode Kenny dies, and at the end of the
Dirty
episode, it shows
Oh, yeah?
the Kenny's mom and dad having another baby. It's like, oh, it just looks like him, and it shows a tiny baby in a park. It's like, this is like the 6th one this week. Yeah, we really need to stop.
That all you got?
Fence down. This should
Like,
do it.
There's a couple times where they quote unquote address it. The first time is sort of like
Well, you.
they acknowledge that it's real weird that this keeps happening, but
The stick
just
is
sort of like a
ours!
haha.
Yay!
And then there's the Halloween episode, which we were mentioning, which addresses it a little further, but sort of is like
Find his running
questionable if it actually is considered fully canon or not. Although it doesn't matter because South Park canon is not a thing that really should be discussed.
Ready to leave, Sir Douchebag?
Because it kinda doesn't matter.
The stick of truth is back where it belongs. Great job, men. Douchebag, for your heroic deeds and valiant self-sacrifice at the Great Battle of the Giggling Donkey, I hereby make you an official member of the Kingdom of Koopa
Yeah, so
Tea.
keep in mind,
Welcome to the KKK.
It's getting late.
you
The
are
Grand
a silent
Wizard needs to go
protagonist right now.
night-night.
Yep.
Okay, Mom, thanks for pointing out bedtime for everyone.
It's a school night, hon. You
Now-
and your little druid friends need to.
We're not druids, Mom!
A lot of
fucking
the
warriors
thing
and
about
wizards!
silent protagonists that
That's
games
it.
do right and
You're
wrong
going to bed.
is
The rest of you better get
how.
home too.
No, this game does it quite right, where the character seems like he's mostly socially awkward, and that's why he's never talking. Like, he just kind of lets things go on around him. He doesn't know when to say what, etc. Sort of like this anxiety sort of thing of, well, I'm here now.
I think it's
I'll-
actually more what's actually going on with him is better told in the sequel game. Have you seen any gameplay of that?
I might need to, although that's one of those things I
Well,
don't
there he is.
purposely
You make any new friends, sweetheart?
go for.
Nothing to say, huh? What a surprise.
It's late, sweetie. Go on up to bed, and I'll be there to say goodnight.
Is it bad I gave the character white hair?
Nah, it's fine. That's one of those things of the silent protagonist way that they do this for the game works because of how the game is. And in some games, that
Good
silent
night,
protagonist thing
little
where the
man.
character
I
doesn't
hope you're as
say
happy as we are.
anything
Everything is going to be better
works
now that
because
we're in this
they don't
quiet
have
little
to.
mountain town.
Other times, people talk for them.
Oh, the aliens are here.
Or it's Cartman being an ass.
Moo, 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 moo. You okay?
Bit of water went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, that's not fun.
It's fine.
You know, there's a rumor there's an alien in every South Park episode.
I'm having a dream again.
I'm sorry for anyone who's offended by this. I am so sorry. What? Hey, where's my character?
What's happening?
Oh,
This
Jesus.
seems to be
Jesus
an issue
Christ.
that happens
Oh,
with the game.
can we try the
sometimes.
big silver one again? Oh.
Okay, this is happening.
Yep.
I'm sorry for anyone who gets offended by this. No. No, 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 no. But it does give me the teleport ability. Ew. But this is actually a callback, I think, to the very first official episode of South Park.
Yes.
Is this your first time getting probed?
Hi, Randy.
Yeah, it's a pain, but this is the kind of stuff you put up with living in a remote little mountain town. At least we don't have to deal with traffic. Hey, you broke free! Kid, you have an incredible control of your asshole. Get me loose too!
Well, first, let me get back into my clothes.
So keep in mind a lot of the things of going on is also ignore the name of that helmet down there. That not actually, just poorly named.
It's Cartman. What do you expect? You know?
Yeah, that.
See, I don't use a bow, so the freaking wood elf stuff is useless to me.
So it's like I think it was supposed to be like Cartman School Club, Kids Club, or something like that.
Hmm.
Some weird anagram that he
Kingdom of Koopa Keep.
Yeah, an anagram which, when you say it out,
Wow,
doesn't
look at
sound
that.
bad, but
you
then
must
when
have
you
broke off
anagram
part
it,
of the probe, and now you can control it with your sphincter muscles. Pretty cool.
well,
I'm surrounded by some kind of force field. Go find a way to shut it off. When you break me free, I can show you how to get off the ship.
But first, I must destroy everything. Finally. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button?
muscle memory for something else.
Yeah, but see, my character has white hair.
Yep. I saw it because of the cutscene and whatnot.
The glitchy cutscene.
Yeah, that wasn't just happening in a cutscene. That was happening toward the end of something as well. Also, a lot of the side quests and whatnot are kind of just there for if you want to.
I mean, I do some of them, but I don't much care for some of them at the same time.
Like, I should probably say about 75-80% of the side quests are...
See, this is one that I never finished because first time I ever did it, it took me like 20 tries to get it done.
Yeah. Things like the Man, Bear, Pig and some of the other episodes, that some of the other side quests that exist here are references to actual episodes, and the Man, Bear, Pig one is just one of those ones that you don't ever have to finish if you never want to.
Okay. That didn't do what I hoped it'd do.
Like, some of the things do give you cool stuff, others are just throwaway. I think the blue thing is what you're supposed to throw back.
Ah, I got hit.
Moo moo.
Moo moo.
Moo. Moo. Moo. Moo.
Yeah, the aliens in this game are
Moo.
stupid and me looking stupid.
Moo 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 moo.
Moo 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 moo.
Moo moo.
I
moo,
don't
moo,
know
moo.
what went through their heads when they decided to make the aliens literally just say moo.
I got an alien ray gun.
Hooray.
You know what I just realized I could have done? That now he's on fire, I could have farted and made it explode and killed the other two without actually having to do anything. Hindsight!
Yep.
Oh, hey, there you are. Oh, yeah, yep, that's the Lambda containment block. Take that elevator next to you. The probe in your asshole should interface with it. Great, you're in. You're looking for a security...
Hold on. I'm gonna change my dodgeball to the ray gun.
Better.
console. Should
Quite
be one
better,
above
actually,
you in
'cause it
probe
can hit in a
maintenance
row.
and another below you in the atmospheric
And if you
processor.
perfect it,
Yeah, I know this stuff.
defense.
Can't remember.
Gain a shield that blocks 2 hits at the start of combat. That is useful.
Which one you want, though? Been a while since I did this.
Compared to the only where I made it, yes. But keep in mind, sometimes this is one of the things I've learned in video games, is that sometimes the best thing, stat-wise, isn't the greatest thing.
Come on, get a little closer. I can take out both of you. Come on. Left, right. A little bit closer. Oh, if that shield's up, that's why. Why is it not working?
Because there is a floor there, technically.
Oh, right.
He's standing on something. There's something down there. What are you?
Hello, is this recording? If you are hearing this, I've been taken hostage on some kind of alien ship. The aliens did unspeakable things to my rectal cavity. But I've broken free. I'm so scared and alone. I must find a way off this ship. Oh god, they're coming. Why am I standing here making an audio log? I don't have time for this. Leave me alone!
Yeah. That's one of the smarter things this game does, is it sort of realizes that the video gaming things that it do.
See, I didn't realize you could do this for a long time.
Move, move.
Yeah, that'd be useful to know.
Alright, now I can get in there and not, you know, get myself killed.
Okay, the message is puzzle. The only problem is that sometimes doing the puzzle thing also makes you not get loot.
Sometimes I forget you can hit the run button.
Great, you're there. See if you can free me from that console. Probably not, though. It's incredibly advanced alien technology. No way some kid could work it.
But first, nope.
Day 2. So hungry. I've searched for food, but the only thing I've found are other people's annoying, useless audio logs. Why did they bother when they clearly were in terrible danger? Each audio log I find is more irrelevant and boring than the last. I must keep looking for a way to survive.
Yeah, again, it's real smart about...
Score! Aliens hate electricity.
Good
The fact
to
that-
know. I'm still listening, Ashtar.
Yeah, it's one of those things of, it sort of is self-aware about that.
Can I? I don't have another one like that. Okay.
Like, that's one of those weird video game things you have to question yourself about.
Keep going, I think you're onto something. I knew I could
I like
trust
how
you.
it's a
Keep it
game
up.
of Simon, you know?
I'm still stuck. Better try the other console.
Kit Simon or Simon Says, either.
I've always heard it
Can't
just
work.
called Simon.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
heard
let's try
that
the other
too.
console. God, I hope this
Clarifying,
works.
just in case people haven't just heard it called Simon.
Come on.
Moo moo.
So,
Moo.
for all the bad things that this game holds, some mechanical ideas that it does are quite fine.
Moo.
Okay.
Moo. Moo 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 moo.
That worked.
Yeah, that works indeed. This is one of those things of you don't have to agree with the game, but at least some of the mechanics that it does
Day 4.
are...
I've looked everywhere, but I can't find anything to eat. Or a clue to get me off the ship.
Most of this
Just
hobo is
more
not
audio
looking in the
logs.
right places.
They're everywhere. For some reason, I listened to every minute of every one of them, thinking there'd be some useful information, but it's like they're just filler. Useless filler. They're filler that's driving me to madness.
Yeah.
Not ready to go there just.
Yeah, that's one of those things of... The game is self-aware about some of the things it's doing.
Oh god. Oh god, I got an itch. Oh god, that is
Like,
the
it knows
worst.
that placing audio
Oh.
logs all over the place
Oh.
is kind of a stupid thing that people would not actually do. And so
And
they
yet,
had...
in a lot of video games, they do that.
Yes, because they want to explain the story by having the character discover either the traces of... By discovering the traces of somebody who was there at some point, putting their thoughts down either on paper or in digital format. And they don't quite realize that doing so wouldn't be
There.
something that people would do in an actual bad
Gotta be
situation.
close. Come on, try again. Oh, no, okay. Next time's gotta be the turn. Give it all you got. Yeah, you've got to keep trying. I believe in you. Okay, that one doesn't work either. Head back towards the elevator. Okay, I didn't want you to have to do this, but there's one more console you can try in that room across the bridge. The alien who works there is really tough, so be careful and
A
remember to
good
use
example of the
electricity.
audio log thing that I should mention off the top of my head. That's a good example of this isn't a thing that should be there. Is
Oh.
like after a certain point in BioShock Infinite, when shit's gone down, you still find audio logs of people talking, like during the time shit has gone down.
No.
And just like, why? You realize things have gone terribly wrong. Why are you still here, taking this record and writing down your thoughts when things are going up in flames around you?
No. No.
That hurt.
Another good example is the Resident Evil games, where at some point you can find, like, written out books or tape recorders of people putting down their thoughts, either during the outbreak or after the outbreak has happened wherever, while they're hiding away. And it's just like,
Really?
the ones hiding away make more sense because at least they're putting the mind to something, but the ones during the outbreak are like, how did you find the time to write this down while everything was going wrong?
Don't question it. I don't know.
Like, there's a distinctness of people understand that people want the backstory to things, and that the best way to do so is to put it in front of their face in some sort of format that they can either read or listen or listen to.
We can get out of here.
Problem is that putting it there in the first place can cause more questions than it can give answers. If you really think about it. What? Case in point, not most people actually think about it, but
Day 7. Okay,
for those who do, it causes problems.
A woman trapped on this ship left an audio log about some paper she had left in an alien cabinet, and she told me the code was 776. That was kind of cool because I didn't know the code before that. Though when I opened the cabinet, there was only some kind of power-up I didn't really need.
Ihrem Volk gelitten haben! Stolze Ergebenheit!
A couple of other things that games do poorly that this game doesn't do because it doesn't really need to because of the source material that it's from, is that it uses lore to try and explain the story of the game, which is not how you do it. Like, a good example of trying to explain a game through lore is the Dark Souls games. Is that they try and give you the story that you don't know through lore to expand the world. And granted, while in Dark Souls 1 it worked quite well because some of those things did tie back into the actual world you were in. As time went on, less and less of what you learned tied back into the world that you were playing. And more tied into places that you would never go, you would never see. That were just there to expand this world that, in most cases, you didn't need to know about. And granted, it's good storytelling, but the story you tell through item descriptions and lore isn't good. Unless it's done right.
You know you're kind of rambling a little bit, right?
Yeah. The reason I brought this up is because the audio log thing sort of fits into that.
tinfoil hat, yay? Technically, I think that was an optional thing we just did, so eh.
Like, you heard that he got a power-up from something, and then you found him, and he had a power potion on him.
Yeah.
That's proper storytelling.
Yeah, that works. But let's take. Where'd it go?
Okay, what are the other things that are put there?
No, that's not it.
What are those 2 sigils?
What do you mean?
The 2 new ones. We got 2 new sigils.
Oh, 2 new stickers. Give me a second.
Yeah.
One of them gives lets me ignore up to 5 armor.
And the other one looks like it's possibly vampirism.
Adds 15% damage to a perfect attack and drains up to 25 HP from bleeding targets.
So yeah, vampirism.
But we're using this so we can get the electricity bonus against the aliens because they're weak to it.
Yep. Again, a thing this game does that others don't is weaknesses actually matter.
The points actually matter?
The points actually matter. And sometimes games forget this.
Great, you made it! Okay, use this panel here and we can all go home! Oh, you did it! Oh, thanks, kid. I don't know who you are or if you're real, but consider me your friend. Until we meet again!
See you in town. Oh, I got a perk. But first, let me grab this.
Yep.
Everything okay over there?
Sorry, just readjusting my chair a little bit.
Alright, the ones I have right now are this one, which ups my melee weapon damage. And this one, which allows revives to be actually at full health instead of half health.
Which both are quite useful. Now, you're going to want to look around at what there is here and see what might work, because you're going to be focusing, you know, mana and things like that, so...
I could have more PowerPoints, but I need PowerPoints and mana to do different things.
Yep. PowerPoints are for scales, mana's for spells.
Or it can give me a health boost.
A straight boost to stats also work if you can't find anything that... Yeah, a few of these are you do bonus damage to enemies if they are under a certain status effect.
I'm just gonna give myself some more health at this. No. Or do I want to upgrade my give my ranged weapon more damage?
That's completely up to you. More health is useful for the long run, because then you can soak up more hit before falling over. And it is percent based, so that will scale.
Alright.
That's one of those things of it will always be relevant since it's percent. And it's not a small percent. It is giving you, it is adding an entire fifth of what you already have on top of your base. And that's not insignificant.
Hey, look, it's the whole town.
And I see a bug.
A bug?
Look on top of the TV.
Hold on. Oh!
I see a bug.
It's a Chimpokomon. Beetlebot.
If you're wondering, no, there is no good reward for getting all of them.
Oh, trust me, I know. Here we go.
I'm just saying that on recording for if anybody asks about it. So that if anybody who watches this video wonders, is there a good reward for collecting 100% of everything? No. It depends on what you do. For quests, sort of. It's half and half for quests. Some quests are worth it, other quests are wastes. But for Pokemon, no. No, it's not worth it. It is not worth the time.
Moo! Moo!
I feel like an AoE might be a good idea.
After I get rid of that.
That thing would have been caught by it, wouldn't it?
No, because it was behind them.
Right, they do weird row stuff.
Nom 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 nom. See, now I can do some AoE stuff. If I had one of the fixed.
I thought Dragon's Breath did.
No. But this one does.
Moo!
Don't try this at home, kids.
Ooh!
A lot of things that are in this game are just...
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. If you do try this at home, we are not liable for any damages to you. To yourself, to others, or to your property. And or the environment around.
Ooh!
Is he running away?
Yeah, he said you have the bridge.
Moo!
Make it
And
so.
he's saying...
I've actually never had that happen before, and I'm dead.
Moo!
So we're gonna have to try that again.
I should also mention that one of the running jokes is that Mormonism is the right way to get into heaven for this game, so take of that what you will. I'm guessing the you have the bridge thing happens is if you hurt the captain too much but don't kill the co-pilot first. He just runs away and the co-pilot becomes the captain. And gets an attack boost for doing so.
Alright, let's try this again.
Because its attack 1 up by ×2. So despite the captain being the bigger threat, I feel like the co-pilot is the one we need to go for first.
Moo!
Yeah, but I gotta get rid of that defense thing first. Means I need a ranged weapon.
I don't know.
Moo.
This is the one
Moo.
thing that this game doesn't do well is that rows are considered separate groups of enemies instead of an entire one group of enemies. Which, if you think about it, it's kind of stupid. Because in most games this would be one group, and that Dragon's Breath would be all of them. But since this game goes on, if they're in the front row, they're in one group, and if they're in the back row, they're in another group. That goes out the window. Also, unlike most games, healing and mana items are percentage, so that they never fall off. I say, as I remember having to carry around over 100 potions.
Delicious.
Because the game would give me better healing items, and that's the only ones I had. And then proceeding to use all of them in one battle because of how much damage the enemies were doing.
Moo! Moo! Moo!
Scaling healing items are an innovation that seems trivial, but isn't used by many people.
Moo! Moo!
As long as I block it, I still take damage, but I don't take the fire damage.
Useful. Again, I imagine you're probably happy about the items being healing as well.
Hmm?
I imagine you're quite happy about the healing items being percentage instead of flat.
Ooh!
It is useful. Well,
It's a thing. It's a thing that more games need to do.
Ooh!
Because they don't quite realize that
Moo! Moo!
making items flat healing causes things to not be as useful as they think they are.
Moo 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 moo!
we win.
Yay!
But there's just one problem.
The stewardess! And we're crashing. Oh boy.
So that begs the question, how did our character get out of that and back into his their bed? And stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Don't question it.
South Park logic.
It is South Park logic. It is. You know what cartoon logic?
Yeah.
Yes?
It's that on crack.
At what location? How many people in the town? Get in there and cover it up. This could change everything. Get everyone moving. We've got another UFO crash.
It sounds, the way you make it sounds like it happens every day.
It's South Park.
Don't question.
Probably does happen on a somewhat regular basis.
You okay?
Water needs to stop going down the wrong pipe when I drink it normally.
Ooh, level 6.
What's your magic looking like?
What do you mean?
Can you unlock magic?
Only when Cartman teaches it to me.
Right, because
In the
dumb.
Fractured But Whole, Morgan Freeman teaches it to you.
that sounds about right. You should also probably put away weapons that are no longer useful. Get things out of your inventory that are cluttering it up.
It really doesn't matter because it doesn't weigh you down in any way.
True. The UPS box. I wonder if is that box new or old?
Hmm. Excuse me while I loot my own house. What? I was about to say. Why can't I get back there? Anyway.
Getting more comfy.
Where are my parents?
Good morning, champ.
There they are. Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, school's been canceled for a few days.
Yeah,
sweetie.
just-
Go check it out on the news.
You can't expect me to pat you on the back just because you've made a few friends. As soon as you have a lot of friends, then I'll be
The parent
proud.
even acknowledged that the kid is quiet. Just the dad will be quite condescending about it.
and that a large earthquake and several fires in the South Park area last
Also,
night
I love the stock
woke
photos
many
that they just
residents
use
from
for
their
shit like
sleep.
this.
Here with the report is a midget in a bikini. Tom, government workers here are assuring everyone nothing out of the ordinary has happened.
South Park News
they
is
claim
like
that the only reason huge tents have gone up
if
to cover
the,
this area
the crazies
is to
of
mask
Florida
the
had a news
construction
station.
of a new Taco Bell, which will open sometime
They
later this
barely
month.
covered the thing.
Thanks,
is like,
midget. I do love
really?
me some Taco Bell. The mayor of
do
South
like
Park
Taco Bell.
states that last night's tremors and fires
South
are
Park
under control,
News is
and that
effectively
hopefully
like
schools and
the
businesses
news
can
stations
open again
which
soon.
say they're going to cover a story and then just very vaguely cover it and with something else because that's
my
not
God.
towards their agenda.
They came out of nowhere. There was a huge earthquake, and then there was burning in my yard. It's horrible. You don't understand.
Insert whatever news station you hate the most here.
They took the stick.
And it's bullshit because that is totally cheating. We specifically said no trying to take the stick at night.
That's your opinion.
Elves are dirty little liars, and we have to lay waste to their entire base.
You have some incredible
Also
ability
keep
to
in
make
mind,
friends quickly,
yes,
Sir
weird
Douchebag.
goo went into
I'm
the
sending you on
sewer,
a
so
quest
things
to go
are
out
going
into
to
the
go
lands of
bad at some
Sauron
point.
and recruit
Just
a
don't know.
whole nother faction to Koopa Keep. Find the goth kids and give
Oh
them this
god,
letter.
the goth
Get them
kids.
to join our kingdom, and we shall lay waste to the
Oh yeah,
drowned,
right,
wanted
that
girl.
joke.
Fucking cheaters.
Quote unquote. I'm gonna keep referring to things as jokes despite it not being actually funny, because that's what the writers of South Park thought were jokes.
I mean, oh, hi, Kenny. Come on, Kenny.
I apologize if this makes me sound like I actually think of these poor excuses for trying to be funny as jokes, but I'm just gonna keep referring to it as that because that's what the writers are gonna
You're
try
a
and
douche.
think of it as.
I mean, there are some funny jokes in there, don't get us wrong. It's just, sometimes they're a little more missed than hit.
Yeah, you just passed by one of them.
What do you mean?
If you go back to that kid's garage, it's a reference to one of the other episodes that happened.
Oh, the whole toilet flushing thing.
So this episode was sort of supposed to be a spoof/joke, at least the episode that thing is referencing, about leaving the toilet seat up, where the mom got stuck in the toilet and ended up dying because they had to flush her with her still in it, because they couldn't get her out. And most of the entire episode was about was pretty much about why you should put the seat fucking back down, and other things like that, and eventually went completely off the rails, but...
It's South Park. It starts simple and like, goes off the rails within, what, 2 seconds?
It started as a spoof of why dark humor about why you shouldn't leave the toilet seat up. And then it turned into which way you're supposed to actually put... Like, them summoning the fucking ghost of the creator of the toilet roll to find out which way you're supposed to put it on. By summoning him to court.
Yeah, stupid. Funny, but stupid.
Like, it was weird. Granted, it was still on the same topic the entire time, which is more than some other episodes can say, but the subject matter changed quite drastically. A lot of episodes are spoofs that they are either spoofing, parodying, or attempting to joke about,
Beat it, new kid. This area is strictly for goth
you know,
kids.
either small or large things that are going on.
My character keeps flickering out of existence.
What's
Yeah,
this?
anything from leaving
Join
the toilet
the
seat
kingdom
up
of Koopa
to
Keep to battle the wicked elves. All recruits welcome.
accidentally
Sorry,
setting
Frodo,
things
we
on
don't play
fire,
Dungeons and
etc.
Douchebags. Yeah,
They could
beat it,
literally
new kid.
anything from like a major crime to a
No
weird
way.
inconvenience
We
that
can't do what
people
this
argue
kid asks
about.
us to do. He's a conformist. Look at his clothes and his hair.
And in some episodes,
Yeah,
it's
tell you
about
what,
certain
new kid.
figures
Get the
such
right
as
clothes and some cigarettes and
Al
coffee, and then
Gore.
talk to us again. Yeah, if you want to prove you aren't a conformist, then you need to look exactly like
I know
we
in
do.
one
Then
they
maybe
parodied
we'll
the
consider hanging out with
Live
you.
Aid. Because it was about either a teacher who had AIDS, like AIDS, like people to help, but the people of South Park were stupid and thought he meant AIDS, as in the STD AIDS.
I hear City Walk's serving Mongolian food.
And the entire episode was about trying to clarify that and the stupidity around people assuming that it was one type instead of the bad type instead of the people helping.
You're talking about the whole Jared thing?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Wait, do I already have the golf clothes? Do I already have the golf clothes? I thought I did.
This one of those episodes is they were trying to make fun of the idea of the misunderstanding over a word, and in the process made it look real bad. He already has the hair.
I know. I sometimes I don't think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of those things of... It was an attempt to be funny about a misunderstanding, but then it... Well... They did it again later with the word,
S-H-I-T?
No, not S-H-I-T, with the word F-A-G. Where they kept calling people on Harley Davidsons that. And so they wrote it on a billboard, and then a gay couple who were characters who were specifically an out gay couple in the show, and not actually really shit on or anything like that, and just kind of left their own devices because they didn't want to shit on them, because they knew the backlash they would get for that. Went along and saw the sign, and there was an entire sort of fight over thing, and then they got the person who wrote the dictionary, or, you know, like, wrote the definitions of words, redefined the word to people who rode Harley Davidsons too loud. Or things like that, and things like that. And the entire episode was about the misunderstanding of that word, and the joke about renaming the word for that, and... It was pretty much just a redux of the...
Welcome to my coffee shop.
The
Thanks for helping
AIDS
tweak out the
mistranslation
back room.
episode.
Would
You know,
like to
the
try
AIDS
some
mis
coffee?
episode thing. Except instead of mistaking helpers for a sexually transmitted disease, it was mistaking people being angry at people riding loud Harley Davidsons for those who are of the homosexual agenda.
Hey, there he is. New kid.
Or
New
whatever
kid.
you want to call
The
it.
Elf King has requested your presence. You can either come quietly or you can fight, but I warn you.
I see you
Fighting
should
this fight at
Pokemon
this
under
point in
that
the game
bench,
is a
by the way.
complete waste of time, and you might as well skip it and just come with us.
I love it when they're aware that this is a game. You know?
I mean, that's a joke of this, is that it's like this sort of extremely large LARP session that,
Is going out of hand?
That is going out of hand. Like, Cartman started it small, and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger to the point of where now it is quite impossible to control. Like, this has gotten way out of hand. Like, again, this started between, I think, Cartman and, Stan. Or Cartman and Kyle. As sort of a, like a feud via LARP.
So, you're the new kid everyone is talking about. What's your name?
And then
Doesn't talk, Elf King.
exploded.
Hot shit or something. You're playing for the wrong side, dude. What did Wizard Fat Ass tell you? That we broke the rules and took the stick last night?
Well, you apologize for all the weird flickering and whatnot, but
He's hiding the stick, which is cheating.
that is... I haven't seen this before, but that might be because of multiple things running, or that might be because a game file is being weird. In my honest opinion, you should just verify the integrity when we're done here, and just make sure that it is not something that worked on the inside, and that it's quite possibly just the amount of programs that we have
I'm
running.
sending our best ranger to help guide you. The Bard is also at your disposal now.
So, since we sort of glossed over Buddies, you saw what Butters did. Everybody saw what Butters did. He was the cleric.
Butters and...
No tricks, human.
Kenny.
Yeah, and Kenny was the archer. Ranger.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean, my worms a little bit.
Yeah, so... We saw that Jimmy was a bard. We haven't seen everything Jimmy can do, but we've seen a good amount. because his boss fight actually had him use moves that he knows. And we haven't seen jack of what Stan can do. But everybody in this game, everybody who is somebody who can accompany you, has their own different skill set that sort of centers around a class in D&D or something similar.
Plus, it's all over Twitter. The well-said can be
the
restored only
niches
if the
of what that
chosen
class
one were to
usually
fuck up
do.
their banners.
So Butter heals and smites. Jimmy debuffs the enemy and buffs the
Any
party.
ally of the Elf King is an ally of mine.
And
my shop is open to
Kenny
you.
stays in the back to hit people from afar and calls on animal friends like any ranger would do.
Yeah.
Since we haven't seen Stan, I'm not going to say anything about Stan because I don't actually remember anything about Stan. But as far as I know, other than your character, who can be whatever the hell they want, every other character that's in the game that's a buddy is a set class.
Look at all that money.
Nice. And distinctly, I'm remembering it's not Stan, but you do get I think Stan might just be a fighter, or warrior or something quite basic.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one thing the game does well is that it realizes that everybody is LARPing D&D, so it tries to make people stick to a D&D, quite the cliche D&D mindset when they're a certain class. Except for you, who's the player character.
I can be wherever I want.
You're the GM self-insert. You're fine.
I know whose house this is. Kyle's house.
You can always tell because Kyle is one of the few people who is overtly considered Jewish other than the rabbi. Like, out of, the two people in South Park who aren't, background characters who are considered Jewish, it's the rabbi and Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle has a cousin?
Yep. Pretty much Kyle's entire... Yeah, see Kyle's dad, mom, and Kyle. The entire family's Jewish, and they're the only family that I know of in the South Park series that, other than, sort of some background people that are every so often used for certain episodes.
Do you remember Kyle's brother's name?
That would be Lyle.
No. It's Ike.
Right. I haven't seen the show in... On my birthday, it will have been about 10 years.
By the way, did the elf blade look kind of familiar?
Yeah, they are. They aren't subtle.
What is subtle?
Something South Park never had.
We have 5 minutes. I think we have enough time to at least get to where the next quest is going to be.
Yeah, the one thing that South Park doesn't do, and that has never done, is subtlety. Don't expect this game to act, or anything of the series, to sort of hint at something, and then take you out of left field with something else. It's going to just blatantly tell you what the lesson's going to be at a point, and you're going to know what's going to happen, and then things are going to get even crazier, but still be on that same track of what's supposed to be happening.
I don't remember who you get cigarettes from in this game. It's part of my one of the quests.
Probably Jimbo. Jimbo's the stereotypical gun salesman who is extremely lax about guns and doesn't actually really care if he's selling it to people he really shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows they're good people.
Folks, there's nothing to be concerned with here. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary is going on. We're simply getting ready for the grand opening of a new Taco Bell. New Taco Bell opening soon. Very big Taco Bell. It's gonna open in a few weeks. Thank you. Will this Taco Bell be serving enchiladas? What? Well, is it gonna be a full menu Taco Bell, or is this gonna be one of those Taco Bell KFC combos? We got a guy out here asking a lot of questions. Just stick to the script as laid out in the protocol. But he wants to know if the Taco Bell will have enchiladas or not, sir. Damn it, we don't have a contingency for that.
Seriously?
Michaels, isolate and neutralize the threat. Yes, sir. Look, it's a simple question. If this is gonna be a huge Taco Bell, will it serve enchiladas? I think we have a right to know.
Mark?
Folks, we know you're all very excited, but for your safety, we ask you stay clear of the construction site.
Mark?
Well. Okay.
Yeah, South Park is also something that never pulls punches. It will just hit you in the face.
Willie over there one time.
Also, that restaurant, City Sushi, right there. There's an entire joke around that restaurant because the owner is somebody with a heavily Japanese accent. So instead of City Sushi, it sounds like he's saying shitty sushi. And then at another point, Tower of Peace over here was a Chinese restaurant that was its rival called Shitty Walk.
I couldn't decide where to hide.
Or City Walk, as it was said.
Yeah.
Supposed to be said. Yeah, right here. And instead it is called
Shitty Walk. Yeah.
Because of
Last cigarette. You guys got more?
the entire joke around it is that
girl kind
it's
again.
people with heavily
Yeah, they
Asian
said.
accents
Smoke too,
trying
if
to
you're
say
such a
C
big bad asshole.
words,
Get
but
lost,
C
kid,
doesn't
we're trying to
exist in
smoke
the
you.
Asian
Take your-
language. There's only SH
Take your stupid
or
hair and leave.
CH. It's like
Take your
she
stupid hair
or
and leave.
she. And so they make a
Fresh
joke
meat
about
from
how
my
they
trusty
can't
wolf
say
companion.
"k" or "se" as a single letter. Oh yeah, no. Stan is straight warrior.
Make your move.
There's quite a few quote-unquote jokes
Oh no, you don't.
surrounded about people having certain accents.
Yeah.
The entirety of anything to do with Canada is stereotypical Canadian to the max. Like, it is disgustingly cliche. If anything can be called disgustingly cliche.
I got all the time in the world, bitch.
That didn't work as I'd hoped.
I should mention that a couple of the other characters have very, very typical accents for where they're supposed to be from. So Jimbo over there, who runs the gun shop, has a very stereotypical southern accent. Jimbo and his friend both have very Ned both have very stereotypical southern accents. I don't know how many times they actually had people from like out of like
Total
wherever South Park is supposed to be set at. But it distinctly, whenever there's somebody that is from outside the town and, you know, implied to be from another country, they, unless it's a country that they can't think of any sort of stereotypical accent for, they will have a stereotypical accent that people usually come to think of.
Ashtar! It's 4:30. We gotta end here, dude.
Yeah. Well, we got the cigarettes, which we really shouldn't have.
So we have everything for the quest. We just gotta go turn in the quest, and that'll be done in the next episode.
Yeah, I just have a lot of gripes.
It's alright. It's alright. Just... We'll talk about it after stream's over, alright?
I'll try and tone it down next time.
But anyway, until next week, you guys stay happy and healthy out there. This has been AJ.
And Ashtar.
Have Have a great week. Bye.